What's going on today, guys? We're going to do some try to get around. It's blazing hot and humid today, all muggy and still. Enough about the weather report. Anyway, we'll try to get around and follow up in between the work I got to do on a few of the things that we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. This is the Bermuda yard that I seeded in about I'd say mid-June. I'd have to go back. Maybe it was right around 4th of July. I can't remember. But anyway, I've been toiling on this thing all year. Well, ever since I seeded it. But anyway, seeded it in pretty typical Bermuda. Was in a race with the crabgrass to see which one could come up first and fuller. And the crabgrass was winning. I've made 2 applications of cue ball on this thing to knock the crabgrass out of it, and I believe I've got all of it out. I'm gonna get out, and you can see little dark spots in there where it's left me some holes, but that's fine. We're trying to fill it in. That's what I want to do, is get it out of the way to have plenty of sunshine and room, and eliminate some of the competition to get this Bermuda to spread. I've been hitting it with Carbon-X once every few weeks, and today I just sprayed it with some GTMF and a little kelp, and we'll see where it goes. Let's look at it. This is some seed I got from Southern Seeds in Middlesex, North Carolina. It's I think it's called their Professional's Choice. It's a mix of Transcontinental and Sunbird. It's not as tight and attractive as the Monaco, but I mean it doesn't cost like it either. It's kind of an in-between Monaco and a normal common, but I think we're gonna get it to fill in. Here's the backs up to the golf course here, but we're in mid-August. We're probably gonna still have plenty of warm weather, but what's gonna happen going forward, the days are gonna get shorter and shorter, and we're gonna run out of sunlight. And sunlight is really, sunlight and the warm temperatures is really the main thing this Bermuda grass is gonna want to continue to push and spread. But hopefully this one last hit on it will go ahead and get us filled in a little more before the end of the season. Then we could start next season out with a pre-emergent on it to keep the crabgrass out. And the major leaps and bounds are gonna happen next summer, I hope, with this yard. But I want it established as much as possible going into the winter. So there's this one. All that being said, there'll be no fall pre-emergent put on this. And I don't want to overseed it either with a ryegrass, as well, especially this year. I just want to have time to do its thing and establish. But probably I'll be very careful with my pre-emergence going. My spring pre-emergence, I'll probably put half pound of prodiamine on in, say, February, and see how it's coming out. And I might even wait till it comes out of dormancy before I put the next half pound on it. So I was gonna do some updates. So here's one. This is the Bahia grass versus MSM turf and the electric tower. This is usually a little slower to act application, but it's dinging her up, that's for sure. Let's see if I can turn it around and show you some effects for now. Stand by. You can see some yellowing spots where the Bahia grass is getting beat up. Out there, that's some pretty good ones. Over there. Beating up on some Bahia. There you go. About 3 weeks this ought to have done what it's going to do. Let's see what it looks like. This is at the same place. I saw this on the way out. This is pretty good. This was a massive patch of Virginia buttonweed, and well, it's got crabgrass in it too. The crabgrass is unaffected, however, but damn if it didn't put a hurting on that buttonweed. That's pretty interesting. I'll put that in the old memory bank. But there's some more buttonweed down there that got the old smoke put on it. Methyl-furon. I knew I said I was following up on stuff I was doing today as a video, but I'm also out working instead of just riding around looking at crap. But here's an advantage to mowing stuff. I can catch things early. This yard has a history of kind of detonating in August. It's doing okay, but I'm starting to see some things that are worrying me, and I'll flip it around and show you what it is. And I'll start off by saying that it has been hot and wet. So there you go. There, grass on my chin. All right, hang tight. Seeing little patches where the grass is starting to brown out and lay down. And it doesn't really show up that good well after I mowed it and on the camera phone, but we're dealing with. And judging by a lot of the other yards I've been treating this week, I think we're seeing some early Pythium. So I am gonna assume that that's what we're dealing with here and treat it as such. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. All right, judging by a lot of the yards that I treated earlier in the week that had some patches that were pretty bad in it, we're gonna go ahead and assume we got Pythium here and get out in front of it. And what I'm gonna apply here and what I did earlier in the week is methanoxin and azoxystrobin together. And I'm gonna run about an ounce per thousand of methanoxin and right at about an ounce per thousand of azoxystrobin together. And I go ahead and hit this and hopefully knock it out. And I'm also gonna put a little bit, like 2 pounds per thousand of carbonate or X green. I saw X green on it. That way as it recovers, it can grow out. And a lot of times in these fungus situations, I don't know what the hell that is. I guess I just got a gray beard hair. Never mind. All right. I hadn't eaten anything today. All right, never mind. A lot of times, as long as your grass is pretty vigorously growing, it can outpace some fungus issues, but it ain't outrunning this. But I think having it growing a little bit helps. So we're gonna throw a little X green on it to get my mix made up. Big shout out to the guys at Triangle Chemical. They saved me a few bucks with this deal here. This is a prime source version of Subdue Max. This is your methanoxin. This cost about half of what Subdue Max does per gallon. So look for the Regulate Select. The trusty Permagreen 5000 is loaded up with this, and a little sweet 818. You can see it under the shower curtain in there. We're gonna go do battle with that. We're gonna press on to the next place, get some more mowing done. Telling you what, it's always just hard to beat. All right, I'm back at my nephew's house. I can tell you what though, I rode by this morning, the whole damn thing was yellow. So it's already starting to green back up. We'll pan around and look at some of these Dallis grass plants. They are definitely hurt. This is the one I sprayed with the Tribute Total and the Depth 10 Plus. It's as advertised. It got with some stuff. Let's check it out. We've been like 6 days since application. So I'm gonna flip it around and show you some of these. I'm probably gonna come back next week and spot spray some of these Dallis grass plants with Celsius and Revolver. Let's see what we got going on here. There's almost carnage on one of them. There's one kind of dinged up. That one is total. Laid hell on some of them. Like I said, this just early this morning, the whole yard had no color at all in it, so it's already starting to bounce back. But the application from the Permagreen looked really even, and if you've missed spots with this With this kind of application, it really tells on you. Laid it on some of these boys, I tell you. All right. These ditch banks were particularly full of junk. Ate them up. All right, well, it looks like it's gonna bounce back. And got with some of the weeds. Definitely got the Dallis grass on the ropes. Hopefully another spot spray will put them away. We'll see. And again, panning out across it, you can see the wasted little Dallis grass plants out there. Hopefully they'll stay gone. Like I said, another spot spray might get them. I don't know when they mowed it, but mower tracks in it kind of bother me. We'll see if that recovers. Boy, this stuff did not like that application at all. This Dallis grass did. Another spot spray might get with that. Couldn't resist it. While I feel like I got this Dallis grass on the ropes, I went ahead and spot sprayed some of the all the Dallis grass plants I could find with a tank mixture in the flow zone, Celsius and Revolver. See what that does. I am noticing there's a couple of goosegrass plants out here. It's hard to tell because the way they were mowed, but it looks like they're not really fazed by this, but everything else looks like it's not liking it. It was dark by the time I got home last night, so I didn't get a chance to show you this. It's the first thing in the morning now. These are the spots I sprayed the crabgrass out with the Quinclorac and Speed Zone mixture. No crabgrass, but you can see it slows the growth and changes the color on the Bermuda, but it's coming back already. It's been 1 week ago. There's one where the little crabgrass is trying to come back. I've got them in most cases. The goosegrass coming back. See, the ditch doesn't, the bottom of the ditch, I didn't get good pre-emergent coverage apparently. And plus it's bare out here, so you're always going to be having some kind of crap popping up. Crabgrass out of that spot. And this is my neighbor's yard, the Monument versus Nutsedge. The Nutsedge is gone. There's still some slight discoloration in the grass out there, but it's bouncing back. It's about done. When I mow it, it'll probably all kind of come even, because I haven't even mowed it since I put that application on it, because it just hasn't grown. But nutgrass, Monument 1, nutgrass 0. I just got to get the color back right. I need to mow mine too. I don't know why I feel the need to be out here whispering in the morning like I'm gonna wake somebody up. Anyway, all right, I got to go get some mowing done. I'll decide when I get out there if I see anything interesting to add to this masterpiece of video, and if not, we'll wrap it up here. Okay, I said I'd come back if I found something interesting. I found something interesting. All right, this is Bermuda out here, and beside from the crappy wet grass mowing job I just put on it with a mulching mower, I got another issue with it. And I'll spin around and show you some of it, and we'll do a little detective work and see if we can figure out what we're up against here. I'm not sure how well I can make this show up, but getting lots of blades that are yellowing out on the tips like this. And when I scrape my hand across it, I can see like insect action bailing out of the turf. There goes a cricket, but he doesn't count. I'm gonna get my magnifying loop out and look a little closer and see if I can actually find the actual culprit in here. It might not even be an insect issue, but that is where I am pointing it at right this second. But we'll dig a little further and see. See if I can catch one of these little boogers flying away on camera. Of course not. Piss poor actors. Oh, I just saw one. I don't know if it showed up on camera. All right, I don't know how to translate this into video, and I'll give it a shot. Anybody who's been watching this crap very long knows that I'm almost 50 and my close-up vision sucks. So getting my magnifying loop out and inspecting some of this stuff pretty close, and I can see little tiny action on there, little white and light green bug looking deals. Here's what your damage looks like right there. And let me see if I can pull this off somehow. Hell no. I couldn't make that work, so obviously we're gonna have to take another. I can't show it, but anyway, there's something eating the grass. How about that? And I don't know what the hell it is. Some kind of bug. We're gonna exterminate it with the permagreen. I guess that's about it. It's still sprinkling rain. It's been doing a little misting on and off. But there's a little follow-up on some of the things we did last week. And right now, just kind of the theme where I'm at in Eastern North Carolina in the transition zone is I hadn't even had a chance to get prepared for overseeding yet, but the warm, wet weather has stepped up the weeds, stepped up the insect problems, stepped up the fungus problems, stepped up the mowing. So it's busy right now. Anyway, thanks for checking it out. I'll see you guys next week.